Hi guys, this is another reverse dieting update for you. Second update in 2 days. I kind of left it on a bit of a cliffhanger yesterday. Not the most dramatic cliffhanger, I'm basically just talking about calories going up. It's really not life and death. But what I mentioned was that when I was at Layne Norton's camp over in Florida recently, I'd had a bit of a wobble and I was thinking, oh crap, I'm gaining fat, I don't even look like I've competed, all that dieting was a waste, I'm going to end up being fat again, have to diet, and I was really thinking, oh, should I, bring my calories back down a bit, should I up my cardio, whatever. Um, and yesterday I said that I asked a question at one of the lectures that we had in terms of, psychologically, it's something that we don't tend to talk about really. Everyone's there asking about, biomechanics and optimal nutrition protocols and should I do this routine or that routine? They watched it my volume. I thought, I'm going to ask a question on psychology. We had someone there, Dr. Corey Probst, who works for the Diet Doc, that's Dr. Joe Klemczewski's company, and she did a whole lecture that was absolutely fantastic on kind of psychological strategies you can use with clients and how motivation kind of comes and goes, and you can't rely on motivation to keep you going. You have to have that idea of, this is my goal and I want it, and you have to set smaller goals and behavioural goals, and the whole lecture is great. And yeah, that was the thing I took most from the weekend. But I asked a question to her and to the other coaches of, when you finish the competition, your mind's been so focused on your diet and getting leaner. What do you then do psychologically? We all know the process of upping calories, dropping cardio, and whatnot, in terms of the physical aspect of it. But what do you do mentally when you can see yourself getting fatter? And there's part of that is it's a mental thing of you think, oh, I must be getting fatter, therefore I am. But the truth is that you are adding fat. You're not as lean as you were, and you will never look as ripped and shredded as you did on stage. And actually, I was fretting quite a bit about this myself. I don't have too many issues in revealing it. I know it might not be the most sort of macho thing to come out and say, but I was thinking like, crap, I'm going to get fat, which isn't a good place to be in. But a lot of the coaches had amazing answers, and I thought I'd kind of share what they said. So, Corey herself said that it's all about goals and it's about thinking a bigger picture and just trying to be happy. And actually, are you generally day to day? Are you happier when you've got like shredded abs, or are you happier when you can go out and eat and think, just roughly track macros, or I'll eat with moderation, or I'll have a beer because I've got extra calories and I don't need to put those calories towards something more filling like oats or butternut squash. I think it was Paul Ravella said about having kind of goals in terms of like powerlifting and stuff like that. So trying to change your mindset onto performance, which is what I'm doing. So I've got a new routine, had a couple of sessions with a powerlifting coach, and looking at getting back into actually competing in powerlifting when my strength is back up and when I'm feeling good. A couple other guys, Peter Fitchen and Chris Fars, who've done presentations themselves, and also a part of a case study that Peter presented on natural bodybuilding, how kind of you're affected physically by prep and then reverse dieting. Both mentioned the importance of like hormones and stuff, how actually your hormone levels are through the floor when you diet, and so you're just a bit of an arse if you think, oh, I've got to keep shredded, and that was what my Facebook post was about the other day. And also we had Mike Zordos said that for him, actually, as much as he loves strength training, so to translate to me, that'd be as much I love like being lean, some things are more important. Family's more important, potentially work is more important, friends are definitely more important, and having fun. So it's that whole idea of big picture, and you can get lean again. But if you sacrifice a load of shit and you put your health at risk, you're an asshole, to be honest. And I kind of told myself that, saying, you're thinking about dieting again. You've just done something that's really not healthy for your body. Don't be a dick. Don't try and diet again. It doesn't matter if you get a bit fatter. No one cares. And the fact I wanted to have more fun. I've been stressed. I've been miserable. And life had been, I was kind of quite enjoying stuff. But I know I'd not been myself. I'd been tetchy. I'd not been fair to people around me. So those two things massively helped me. So if you're kind of going through the same thing now, reverse dieting, getting fatter, kind of a contest, whatever, the highs of the day have gone and you're feeling like you're getting, sort of losing your condition, just switch mindsets. Or not just switch mindsets, it's harder than that, but try and transition into that idea of now you focus on health, it's on performance, and it's on being there for other people as well. Because let's face it, when you're dieting, people can't really rely on you for support. So I hope that's helped. It's been quite a long one. I've rambled again and I apologise. But I'll catch you tomorrow. We'll talk about kind of actual macros and get onto the stuff that some people care more about. I'll catch you then.